Welcome to Technology Key class. This is Windows Server 2019 Part 4, that is File Services or Server. Before we go ahead, I'll recap what we have done so far. I've installed Windows Server 2019, in that what's new and why it's required, and then I have explained in depth DNS with adding roles and features. This video is about file services which will be added from server. Let's go ahead. We already have SharePoint, OneDrive, and other services. Why we need servers? We already know the fact is there is always server in every organization to share files within network. If anyone wants particular common file which is accessible for limited users, they can take it. Here we are talking about file services or server. It is server system where IT create location for the users to store data and users can access the data. As I said, there will be common path for user or client to access the data. Now I will go ahead and add file services in server 2019. I would request you to watch the previous video of new updates in server 19, which also shows the new updates in file services. Let's install File Server Resource Manager and check out the features. So File Server Resource Manager is configurable with the file and storage role. There are so many additional policies like creating and managing. So we can just install and check out those policies. So we are on server 2019 and I can install from add roles and features or configure. From there also you can do that. Next, and role based feature. Yeah, I don't want to go to remote. Next, so this is the domain and the IP. Okay, from here you can see there's no option file system, so I need to click that angle and again click that angle, and now there is option file server resource manager. So this is the feature, add feature, and then next. Okay, this is the options you can add or you can skip, and then next. So this installation will take some time. I will pause this video, and once the installation done, I'll start again. So the installation is done. Okay. Close, and then okay, you have to excuse me for the mouse. Tools, and yeah, file server resource manager. We have Quota Management. This feature enable user to restrict the storage capacity of shared resources. And then in Quota templates, there is already inbuilt limits, or you can create your own also. So we can do just right click and create own template. See, these are the inbuilt options. So I just give any name. So I'll type test HR. This is one of the department, and this is just for the demo test purpose. So I just give very minimum like 50. Yeah, 50 MB. And there are two options, hard quota and soft quota. So I'll just go with the hard because this should not exceed the limit. And in threshold, I'll select the event log. So on daily checklist, I can see in event log if any warning appears. So this is how you can create, and you can put in your checklist if any user whose storage capacity is increased. So okay, you can click and you can check. After that, we'll move to quotas. Here we can define that path. So create quota, and then we can browse the folder which I have created in C drive. Okay, that's in C drive. Yeah, C drive, and then yeah, that's the folder. HR. This is one of the folder. And then, yeah. And then you can select the folder name, that is test HR, which I have created. Just select that, and summary properties, you can see create. So this is how you can create the quota, any of the folder which is kept in server. File screening management, it is feature which allows to create and block file tabs which saved in specific folder. So there are three sub folders in file screening management, that is file screen, file templates, and file groups. So there are a lot of inbuilt groups are there. So I will just go ahead and just give one demo about file group. Now in one folder which I have created, I don't want anyone should add mp3 file or any torrent download file into that. So I can create this star.mp star add, and this file, like if it's a document or like word file, you can add it over there. In screen template here also you can give name and select the folder which I have created. Okay, from here you can also add the event log as well, because in every feature there is option to create event log, and then browse the file. Yes, test HR, create. So this is how you can create file screening. It is just to create an option where you can check, and also this is the last feature where you can allow to sync. Now we'll see in event manager. So this is what we have created, and it will show in event manager. So this is how you can block this particular file or extension through file screening management. The other option is classification management. This feature in FSRM in Windows to classify different files based on various attributes. For example, a file to be classified as either public or private. Once the custom property has been added to the file, we can create a file management task to perform some actions on the file. Let's check in server. Now under FRSM, select classification management, and there are two subheading: classification properties and rules. Before we get into this classification rule, we need to start from classification properties. This property, this defines the data that we want to store in an additional file attribute. So now you can see there are already three property by default. We can create new property. So I'll click create local property, and you can give that folder name. So I'll just give test HR. Now you can see property tab, there's already so many options are there. So I'll just go with the basic yes or no, and okay. Now we can go to classification. I'll just 1 minute, I'll just double click. Okay, everything is fine. Now classification rules. Now this is also a type of attribute we want to define on a file in place. So create classification rule. Now here same test HR. Under scope, we can control where the rule should apply. We can manually specify folders also. So from here, I just need to select user file. So the path will come automatically, and you can see that path. We'll move to classification. Now under this tab, we can change the method between content classifier and folder classifier and window PowerShell classifier. So I'll just keep content classifier. I need to, yeah, maybe I'll get the error. Yeah, because I need to configure the parameters. So you can specify the folder name. So let me just click on configure and I'll specify file name pattern. So this should be optional. I need to check like why I'm still getting that error. So I will just specify test HR. Okay, and then we'll move to evaluation tab. So we'll just reevaluate existing property values or create user classifier. This is just for the demo, so I'm not going to check any of the option, and I will just click OK. Now on right hand side you can see there are two options: configure classification or run classification. I'm going to click on run classification and there will be more two option, that is run or wait. So I'll click on wait and the Internet Explorer will pop up with, and it will give me all the details about the test HR. The last is a file management task. Now in this we can perform multiple tasks. For example, we can configure scheduled tasks to complete specific actions such as expire files older than a certain date, archive or encrypt files that match a specific criteria. I will create one. I'll show you just one demo. Now this will check enable. So this option will remain enabled and I'll just give one folder name test HR. Now we'll move to scope. We can select the types of file or add folder. So we'll check user and the folder path is already there. Under action, select the action. So let me select file expiration. File expiration allows us to select a directory that we want to expire files within, which we'll move them to an archive location after specific period of time. Notification. I will add event log, which is required. So on daily basis, you can do a checklist. Under report, the log and report should generate. Okay. In condition tab, there are options with how to deal with file expiration. So I'll give 7 days and last schedule. Select time, then weekly and which days. Once file management task created, click file management task to view the summary. So this is how what I have created. You can right click or run or wait. So once you right click, then there will be option to run or wait. We have configured file management task to perform file expiration. You guys can select RMS encryption or custom tags. This can run on a scheduled time or any time manually and can be configured to generate and email a report to other notification. So guys, this is all about the file services or file servers. If you have any question, please comment me. So I will definitely help you and answer all your questions. Thank you.